Hey YouTube! So today I went garage sailing and I didn't pick up a lot. There were two town-wide sales that were about 30 minutes away from me, but they were close together, and a flea market that was in the same town, but that flea market's like it's like the second weekend of every month, and it's always the same people and a lot of resellers, so I decided not to go there. Um, didn't pick up anything video game related, but I did pick up a few things. I kind of want to start doing like eBay, maybe on the side. So I've been looking around for kind of like stuff that I think that I can make some money off of. Um, I know it takes a while to get used to, especially if you're a collector and you want to like sell video games. Most of the stuff you find is probably going to be stuff you want to put in your collection, so it's really not going to do anything. Um, so I tried a few things that I thought like might sell a little bit. Um, and I mean, I kind of like them anyway, but I saw a box full of McDonald's toys, and there was a box of strategy guides for games too, but they didn't really have any video games, only a few that weren't worth getting. But this was the first stop I went to, and they wanted $2 a piece for these, but I found these 1996 Space Jam toys from McDonald's, and I've got Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, and Daffy Duck. Um, I paid $6 for all three of them, but I can probably sell them for about 20. Um, so that was a good deal. And then I went to the other town and found this for $3. I found a P90X 12 disc set. I think it's missing two, maybe it's not. I thought it was missing some. It's missing like one disc, two discs. Missing two discs, but I could probably sell it for like 25 or 30. And it came with the guide. So that's pretty good. But yeah, that's all I found at the garage sales today. And I gotta get used to it because those two towns I've never really been to, so I didn't really know my way around. Otherwise, I probably would have found more. And unfortunately, I know said I was supposed to get Fridays off starting in a couple weeks, but unfortunately those schedules changed, and so I'm still off the same days that I'm off now, so I won't have Fridays off. I'll still have Saturdays, but I'm not going to be able to be at the first day sales, unfortunately, because I'll work until 12:30. I go in at 4 a.m. So, but I did stop at a thrift store after that. Usually the only thrift store that's worth going to here, which really kind of sucks because our Goodwills don't sell games anymore. They quit. Salvation Army doesn't really have a lot like they used to. But this local thrift store is pretty good. It's in a town next to ours. It takes me about 15 minutes to get to, but it usually has some pretty good games, and they're only $3 a piece. And they're always in good condition, so I picked up these three games. Surprisingly, I didn't have Little Big Planet 2 yet, so I got that. I didn't have this either. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And since I got a new phone, I haven't really cataloged all my games again. I have close to 900 games in my collection, so it takes a while to go back through, and unfortunately my save from my last phone didn't transfer over, so but I did get Tony Hawk's Underground, which I already had, but all three of these games are complete and they're in really good condition. This is actually an upgrade to what I already have, so I'll just sell my other copy, which works, and it's not in poor condition, but this one's better. So that works for me. Also, E3 starts on Tuesday, which I'm super excited about. I pre-ordered Pokemon Shield after watching the event that they had, the Pokemon Direct, and I really didn't expect much from it. Honestly, I was like, oh, it's going to be like all the other Pokemon games. I've been pleasantly surprised with Let's Go Pikachu. So, but this one kind of reminds me of like Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon. Like it's open world. They've got some like multiplayer stuff in it, yeah, but the environment just looks amazing. The whole game looks amazing. So, and I like the legendary from Shield. I think he looks really cool, even though everybody likes Sword. Typically, I would get Sword because I'm more of a Sword DPS person, but not like it really matters in Pokemon, I guess. But yeah, Pokemon Shield. I pre-ordered that. So that and Link's Awakening are the only two games I've pre-ordered at the moment. And I'm sure that will change this week. But I have a few predictions. I keep seeing little like rumors of like Banjo-Kazooie. I've seen a new like Banjo, like a new skin of Banjo. I don't know if it was fan made or if it's something that leaked. I haven't really looked too much into it, but there's some people who think there might be a new Banjo game, but I also saw that maybe he might be in Smash, which would make sense. Honestly, if anything, we'll probably get him as a DLC in Smash, which is also kind of weird because Rare is owned by Microsoft. It has been ever since after the 64, which unfortunately, I mean, the 64, some of the best games on there was made from Rare. So it kind of sucks that we don't have like a new Diddy Kong Racing. We don't have a new Banjo. We were supposed to get Banjo 3. That's the one game that got canceled that I'm most disappointed about because I love Banjo. It was my first game I owned, and I would love to have a new Banjo game that's not nuts and bolts because that was not what I wanted. But I figure, you know, if they allow him to be in Smash, if that's actually a thing, then I would think that maybe we could get a new Diddy Kong Racing game. If they allow him in Smash, it would only make sense because, I mean, half the characters in Diddy Kong Racing were from Rare but owned by Nintendo, like Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong. But then you had the characters like Banjo, and you had Conker, and all those that were actually Rare owned. And I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe they could do that. I also think maybe Rockstar might announce like Bully 2. It would be really nice to see LA Noire sequel as well, if we could get that. I would like to see maybe Pikmin. They haven't talked about Pikmin for a while. I know they were working on one, but I haven't heard anything for like several years. I'd like to see more on Luigi's Mansion. If they did like a new Star Fox, I liked Adventures a lot, and if we ever got like a kind of like a sequel to that, I would be on that in a heartbeat. Let's see. I don't know what else, but I know Bethesda has some games other than Elder Scrolls and the other game they were working on. I can't remember what it was called. I know they said that they have some new IPs besides that, and we haven't heard anything about them. So there might be something there. I don't know what else I really hope for. If they made like a Pokemon Snap remake, I know I've said that several times. That would be great. Maybe a new BioShock, if we could ever get that. Those are pretty far out there, and I don't think any of those would ever happen, but you never know. There might be a new Mario game. Sunshine's my favorite, but probably not. Anyway, so I think next weekend I'll probably do like a recap of what I thought about E3. I think Nintendo's probably got a lot to show. I know they're supposed to be 45 minutes long. Hopefully they don't just show one game like they typically do. I want to see a lot of new announcements, games we don't know anything about yet, from everybody, honestly, because that's what I look forward to the most, getting surprised by something. I hope we get a Last of Us 2 release date. I want to see more of Final Fantasy VII because it looks fantastic. And Cyberpunk. I'd like to see more gameplay of Cyberpunk. Yep, but other than that, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you later.